Hello and welcome to our monthly webinar. This webinar is brought to you courtesy of Nurture Nest Academy, a parenting coaching outfit where we coach parents into raising happy and responsible children. So, in this month's edition, we'll be looking at preparing your child for the next class level. I'm Fortune Wani, and I am the lead coach at Nurture Nest Academy, and I am also a school administrator with close to 3 decades of being in the teaching space. So I'm happy to actually bring this topic for us to talk about it. Preparing your child for the next class level. Now, somebody said that if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. And I look at it and I said, yes, preparation is a key factor for educational success, both for your child and both for you as the parent. So let's quickly dive into this topic for today. What do we aim to achieve in looking at this topic? We aim to help parents understand how to effectively prepare for the upcoming academic year, because preparation is key to success in your child's academic pursuits. All right. Now, there are different areas that we need to be prepared for. One of the things I have noticed is that many parents prepare in one part, in one aspect, but there are other aspects to the preparation of a child's academic pursuit, and that is why this class is important. There are other aspects. So some of us prepare in one aspect, some others do not even prepare at all. They just, once it is school's resumption, they just carry their children and go to school, dump in school, and off they are to their business for the day. So, and how you prepare for a thing will determine the level of success you will get in that thing. How you prepare for a thing will determine the level of success that you will get for it. So our children have the whole year, the whole academic year, to prepare for the next level. So the outcome will determine on the level of input that you have put in it. So we want to understand, first of all, this is lesson 1, and we're going to be taking this in series for the next few weeks. We want to first of all understand the importance of preparation. Why is it important to prepare yourself and your child for the next class level that they are going into? Now, number 1, preparation helps to build a strong foundation for your child since he's moving to the next level and subsequently a higher level. So there is a foundational preparation that is needed. This is one of the things that will help to boost your child's academic success. So you can see that preparation is key to the academic success that your child will experience in this new level that he or she is going into. It helps to build a strong foundation Even the Bible says that if the foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? If the foundation of your child is not solid, then how will your child attain academic success? How will your child attain academic mastery? So your child needs that foundation to be solid. And in talking about foundation, we know as parents that if a foundation of a house is not solid, then that house is doomed for destruction already. So you want to help your child in building this foundation on which all other academic steps will be built on. Why is this preparation important? Number 2, it helps to build and boost your child's self-confidence and self-esteem. Since they are going to be taking on a new challenge, of course, you know that the next class is higher than the previous class they are living, so they are going to face, a more challenging task. So preparing them ahead will help them, build their confidence, build their self-esteem, so that, struggling will be minimized in this new class level that they are going to. So you want to encourage your child, you want to help your child in preparing so as to help boost their self-confidence. And when their self-confidence is boosted, what do you think will happen? They will participate freely in class activities. They will be happy to go to school when their self-confidence is boosted. Don't worry, we're going to look at, some of the preparations that you will be doing and how, those things can help in boosting your child's self-confidence and esteem. Another importance of preparation for the next class level is that it sets a positive tone for the rest of the term. It sets the positive tone in that, your child will grow to love school, to love learning, and will engage positively in the activities that will be going on. When their self-esteem is boosted, when their self-confidence is boosted, what happens is that engagement, the level of engagement will be high. So that is why it is important that you help your child, you encourage your child to prepare academically, setting the tone for a positive academic year. We're looking at the importance of preparation, and we have seen that preparation is key to the success of your child academically. So now we want to look at what are some of the areas that you need to prepare. Yes, are you saying that as a parent I'm not prepared for my child's school resumption? Yes, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we need a holistic preparation. Yes, many of us prepare in terms of, how much is the school fees? How much is the books we are going to pay? Yes, that is part of the preparation because you need to count the costs, which you are doing already, and I commend you for that. But, that is on your own part. But what about on the part of your child? So that's what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to look at 5 areas of preparation that we need to help our child make before the school's resumption in the next academic year. Now, it is not in no particular order. So, number one, you need the physical preparation. Now, one of the things that has happened during this holiday is that the sleep pattern for some people has changed. There is no more that early waking up, that early morning. Oh, you have something, somewhere to go to, you have something to do. So most parents, because they have learned that they wake up their children on time, they will not allow for a little space for the children to sleep later, than when they wake up during the school time. So one of the physical preparation we need to do is sleep routine. So what I do is that few weeks before, 1-2 weeks before school resumption, we start regulating our sleep pattern again. So I let them know that we need to start waking up on time. And of course, we have activities that we engage in. So they're not just waking up and just lazing around with nothing to do. No. We have a routine. We have a chat. We have a chart of activities that we do in the house. So we realign our sleep pattern. So that is one of the things we do, because many of the children will struggle with the sleep pattern, and you find that 1 week after resumption, some children still feel the need to sleep when they come to school. So the earlier we start, changing the pattern, the better for everybody. So we're looking at physical preparation. We need to also prepare, their healthy nutrition and hydration. One of the things we've noticed is that as teachers in the school, they don't have that time to drink water all the time. So we want to encourage them to always drink water to keep them hydrated. So one of the things I tell my children, and even myself as a teacher, because most time we teach, talking here and there, and we forget to drink water, and before you know, we are dehydrated already. So you want to encourage them to learn to always drink water to keep them hydrated, and also talk to the teachers also to help them follow up with the drinking of water and good nutrition. This is part of the physical preparations that we need to make. Let them eat good food and not junk food. Many children I know, yes, they like junk food. But we need to encourage them, we need to teach them, and we need to model to them to eat good food. And of course, I know you know what good food is. All right. So also exercise, physical activity. Now, during this holiday, some children, not all, some children are not productively engaged. They sit a lot watching the screen. They are either in front of the TV, the laptop, playing games, sitting all through with little or no physical exercise. So we must engage them. We must intentionally help them, exercise, run around, do cycling, ride the bicycle around, walk around, just exercise. A simple exercise routine for children, and even for yourself as an adult. It will help to, with the physical fitness of the child. So you want to do all that. Also, you want to do a checklist of required school supplies. Now you can start doing that. I know from experience that some parents are already shopping for their children's school resumption. Yes, many parents do that, and I must give it up for you. School supplies, bags, shoes, changing uniforms, because of course some of them would have grown taller, some would have grown a bit bigger. So you want to do a checklist of what the children will need as they resume. I'm going to do a checklist for that for you. And as you get these school supplies, you may want to involve your child in the shopping of these items. Now, what this will do is that this will help to create excitement in your child towards school's resumption. When they have that bag, when they have that shoe, that socks, the excitement of wanting to put it on to go to school will be there. So thereby reducing, the cry level, especially if the children are much younger, thereby reducing the anxiety that they're going to face when they get back to school, especially after a long holiday like this one. So you want to involve them in the checklist. Okay, children, come, let's check what the things we're going to need. What are you going to need as school will resume? So all of them are checking, and there'll be excitement in the air. So you don't want your children to miss the fun part of this physical preparation. So involve them. Don't do everything alone. Involve them. Yes, and you'll be glad you did, because there are some aspects that they're going to suggest to you that maybe your mind will not even go to. So involve them. So that is that for the physical preparations that you need to make concerning your child's preparation towards the new class level that your child is going to. Number 2, you need to there is need for mental and academic preparation. Mental and academic preparation. Now, yes, it's the holiday, we know, but your child still needs to learn. Your child still needs to learn. Yes, it may not be the way it is in the class, but there are certain learning that should also take place in the house. Don't forget everything about learning. No, let it not stop during the holiday, because your child, these are some of the things, the foundational knowledge that your child will still need, that will help boost the confidence during the next school class level that your child is going to. So please don't forget about the learning. Still engage your child in activities. There are skills that your child will need in the next class level is going to. So you want to engage in activities that will promote these skills. Now, what are these skills that your child will need? Your child will need the critical thinking skill. Your child will need the problem solving skill, the decision making skill, organizational skill, study skills. All these are skills that your child will need. And like I always tell the parents in our academy, these skills will not jump on your child. It has to be intentionally nurtured. And this is one of the things we do in Nurture Nest Academy. You want to register for the next cohort that will be starting in December 2024 into the 2025 year. So you want to build these skills in your child. Now, what are some of the things you want to do that will help to build this skill? You want to practice reading comprehension. You know, when children start learning to read, they don't comprehend immediately. They just learn the reading, fluent reading, which is one of the skills I teach my children, when, they are in their lower primary classes. Fluent reading. We're not concerned about comprehension there. We just want the reading to be fluent, because we observe that when the reading is fluent, it helps comprehension. So after they have started this fluent reading, then you now want to concentrate on comprehension. That is the system that I use. You may have your own system. All right. So many children can read, but they cannot comprehend. And that is why some children fail exams, because they read, but they don't understand what they are supposed to do from what they have read. So one of the ways you can build these skills is through reading comprehension. So another thing you can do to build these skills in your child is mental math. Now, one of the ways I do this is through our everyday activity. For example, your child is going on an errand to buy something. You are asking, how much are you holding? How much are you buying this thing? Are you having change or not? And, simple mental math of these, putting these and these together, of a problem solving. You want to engage your child in this thing, and these things will help to sharpen the cognitive ability, which is the area that most schools concentrate on. You see, that is why this preparation is key, because the school will work on the cognitive area of your child. What about the other areas? So these activities that you will engage in with your child at home will help to build the cognitive and the mental ability of your child. So do that in their everyday work. All right, you have swept this room in how many minutes? So how many minutes do you think it will take you to sweep the whole 3 rooms, or the whole 2 rooms, or every part of the house? These are mental activities that activates critical thinking. So you want to engage with this activity with your child. Then another thing you want to do with your child is to build effective study skills. As a teacher and an administrator, I tell parents who complain of their children not being able to read, I tell them, now your child has been taught how to read and write. Then why is your child not doing well? It is the study skill. There is no effective study habit that has been built. So what you can do during this period of the holiday that we're still having is to help your child build a study habit. And depend on the age of your child, you want to teach effective study habit. This is one of the secrets to your child's academic success. Effective study habit. Nobody will do that for the child but the child. So but you as the parent are to guide the child in achieving this effective study habit. And some of the things that can help in building this effective study habit is to create a space in your home. Create a space in your home. It could be the dining, it could be an allocated space somewhere in the house that you have allocated for the child to study. So anytime the child needs to study, the child takes the book, or the books are arranged in that place. But if maybe your home is big enough and you have a study room, then the child can use the study room for that purpose. So Time management. Then the child you have to guide your child in managing time. So with that, you can draw a roster to be able to achieve that. So you can say from so time, from this time, maybe you're spending 30 minutes in doing this subject. You can take a break for 5 minutes. You can maybe take some snacks in between, just to cause a little bit of distraction that will help to regain the concentration that your child will need, especially if your child is that very active type, or if your child is that kinesthetic learner that cannot sit still for straight 20 minutes. So that is another aspect to be looked into. And also, to help build effective study habits, you also need to help teach your child organizational skills, how to organize his space, how to organize his thoughts, how to organize the learning process. You can see that there is a lot that goes into the preparation of your child for the next class level that the child needs to get into. And good enough, you still have time. All right, so we've looked at 2 areas of preparation that you and your child needs before the beginning of the next academic session. We have looked at the physical preparation. We have looked at the academic and the mental preparation. Now we're going to look at the social and emotional preparation that your child needs to be able to go through the next academic level. Now, what you want to do, there's a saying that man is a social being. So it means that your child will interact. Your child is not alone. He will not live his life alone. He will interact. He will interact with his classmates, with his peers, with his schoolmates, with his teachers. He will interact. So there is need for that preparation. And how do you do that? You want to talk with your child and let them know, or let them learn how to interact with their peers. There are children, many children, when you ask them questions, they're just looking at you. They're shy. They don't want to, they don't know how to respond. It's okay. We all pass through that process. So, but you want to help your child overcome and help your child learn it, learn fast on how they can communicate with people in the school community and outside the school community. So you want to boost your child's self-esteem. You want to boost your child's confidence through positive affirmation. Yes, the child may be shy, which is okay, but you want to help your child boost their esteem, their confidence, letting them know that they're special, they're intelligent, they're amazing. So when they see themselves with others, they should not see themselves as inferior. They should not see themselves as as something else, but they should see themselves as the unique personalities that God has created them to be. So, and it starts by you affirming them first at home. Not when a child sees his colleagues and another child is saying, "Oh, welcome to our class," and the child is just looking this timid and inferiority complex kind of look. No, the child should be. You can also do this by demonstrating it at home. Oh yes, let's demonstrate. How you when you get to your school, how are you going to react? How are you going to greet your mates? How are you going to respond when somebody greets you? Yes, you want to boost your child's self-esteem by practicing all these things with them. So when they see their mates, they are not intimidated. They are not feeling inferior and all shy. It's okay to be shy, but that doesn't mean that you cannot respond. So boost their self-esteem and don't kill their self-esteem, please. Then also you want to ask your child, oh, what do you think will be some of the problems that you face in your new class? You want to discuss with them. You want to ask them, what do you think are your fears? What are you afraid of when, in your new class? Your child will say something. Address it. So ask them, teach them how to handle stressful situations. When they are stressed, when they feel all alone, when they feel when they don't have good feelings, teach them what to do. They may be stressed, so teach them how to handle it. One of the ways that I teach my children to handle stressful situations is through deep breathing, mindful breathing. You teach them to breathe in and breathe out. It helps to calm down the nerves. It helps to calm down the nerves. And another thing they can do when they are having stressful situations is to talk to the teacher. Or when they get home, they talk to you about it. So, but you must make yourself available. You must make yourself approachable for them to be able to talk to you. Another thing you can do, to prepare your child socially and emotionally, is to encourage your child to participate and interact with others. You don't need to force it. You don't need to force it. Maybe on the first, second day they are not ready. Just allow them. Talk to them with whatever concerns they may have, and let them, and talk with them about it, and encourage them that it's going to be okay, and they can open up when they feel like it. Another thing you want to do is to teach them how to resolve conflicts. Your child, they are going to face conflicts. Yes, they are going to face conflicts, but you have to teach them how to face it and how to resolve it. Also, you want to teach them how to communicate. There is a lot of preparations that is needed, so that is why you start early. How to communicate with their classmates, with their teachers, and with you. Teach them how to do all those things. All right, number 4. Remember, we're looking at 5 areas where of preparations that are needed. You're going to need organizational skills. Remember, we looked at it briefly when we're talking about the mental and academic preparation. So we want to look at some of the organizational skills that your child will need, preparations that your child will need. You need to set up a study space. The study space talks about an area for study. So we looked at it the other time. And another organizational preparation that is needed is time management. Now, your child is going to be engaged in different activities, not only school. So for those of you who are religious, your child also will be involved in church activities, and probably other, if your child is grown, then maybe other skill training that your child may be doing even during school hours. So you want to help your child learn how to manage all these activities: homework, submission, extracurricular activity, school work, and other activities that the child is going to be doing. So it means that you as a parent, you need to also learn time management skills. That is one of the area I'm also working on myself for, time management. Because when you are able to manage time, then you are halfway on your way to success already. So we want to help our children from an early age learn how to manage time effectively. So to be able to do that, you may want to use planners, calendars, to be able to help keep track of time. Oh, by this time I'll submit my homework. By this time I'll be going for my football practice. By this time I'll be going for my choir practice. By this time I will be doing my home chores. And by the way, your child has activities in school is not an excuse not to do home chores. Home chores are part of the training. So please look into that. Then another thing, organizational preparation, is to establish routine. So establishing a routine helps with the time management, helps with every other activity or organization that your child needs to be engaged in. Like in my home, I have different routine charts that we have. We have wake up morning routine, we have evening routine, we have weekend routine, we have holiday routine. So you look at your child's the activities of your child. So look at what is working and look at what is not working. So it's good to make a routine chart, but you must work with it and look at what is working and remove what is not working. So that is that for the organizational preparations that you need to make. Then another aspect we'll be looking at is communication preparation. Now, it is important that you set up a meeting with your child where you can talk about these issues. You want to talk about the expectation with your child. Depend on the age your child is. If your child is still young, you want to set the expectation for your child according to their age. If your child is of age and can understand certain things, you want to discuss with the child, what do we aim to achieve in this new class level that you are going to? So together with your child, you want to discuss, what are you supposed to know and do at this your new class level? Oh, you're supposed to read fluently. You are supposed to learn how to identify these particular numbers or sounds or letters. You are supposed to learn how to write a report. You want to set those goals together with your child. Even though your child cannot do the discussion with you, you do the talking and let your child listen. So you want to set the expectations. So like for my children, they're going to the 3rd grade now. So from year 1, their expectation, their class goal has been fluent reading, has been comprehension, has been handwriting, and some other goals that we have set on that. So we are still working on it. So now in this grade class, in this new grade level they're in now, we'll look at it and see, okay, what else do we need to add? Okay, what have we achieved that we can remove and add a new one? So we'll look at this. Oh, we have not achieved it to 100%, so we're still working with this. So you want to discuss those, and you discuss it with your child. This is what you are expected to do in this new class level that you are. So you must have this discussion with your child, irrespective of how old your child is. Whether your child is 2, whether your child is 20, you want to have this conversation, you want to have this communication with your child. So you want to talk about the academic performance, you want to talk about the behavior that is expected of your child. What behavior is your child expected to put up? You want to discuss it with the child. So it's not as if you just wake up and one day and you're like, is this what you are supposed to do? You don't know you are in primary 3 now. You don't know you are in a senior secondary now. No, you talk about it. You discuss it with the child. So the child knows what is expected of him. So when the child is not meeting up, you bring that this is what we talked about, this is what you are doing. Are you sure you are in alignment with the family's value or your personal value? So you have this discussion, and the child looks at it, and the child will know that self-correction will automatically come in. You want to discuss the responsibilities. What are the responsibilities that are expected of the child in this new class level? What are some level of responsibility that your child should take? You want to look at into all this, and you want to discuss it with your child. What are their fears? Most importantly, what are their fears? You want to talk about it, and if you're a person of faith, you want to pray with them about it. When I ask my son, who is 14 years old, occasionally I ask him, what will you want us to pray about academically, in different areas? And he mentions it, and we pray about it. So you want to also look at it. They have fears. Don't look at it that because they are children, what will they be thinking about? What will they be bothered about? No, don't look at it that way. They have fears. So discuss their fears with them and see how you can help them. And if you cannot help them, then engage the service of a coach, of a children's coach, of a teenage mentor, or anybody that you feel can actually help your child, who is teaching the same values as yourself, not somebody that will now alter what all the work that you have been doing. So you can reach out if you have any concern about that. So we have looked at 5 areas of preparation that you need to engage in for the new class level that your child is going into. We looked at physical preparation, we looked at academic and mental preparation, we looked at social and emotional preparation, organizational preparation, and communication preparations. So in conclusion, find the time. One of the things we hear is, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Yes, I know you're busy looking for money to send the children to pay their fees, which is part of the preparations we talked about. But in addition, your child needs your time. Your child needs your time. When I started parenting intentionally, one of the vows I make is that I have time to parent my child. So I want you to make the same vow today. I have time to parent my child. You can write it in the comment section. Yes, I have time to parent my child. So find the time, to engage. You may not be able to do everything. Yes, I know that. But just pick one thing, one preparational level that you're going to engage in, and equip your child. Prepare your child for success. I see your child and you evolving and coming out successfully in this new class level that your child is entering in this new academic year. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class that we'll be having shortly. You can also tell me the area that you want to work on with your child. You can put it in the comment section. Thank you for your time, and you can also reach me if you want to join the next cohort in the Nurture Nest Academy, which begins in December. You can also reach out. I remain your coach, Fortune Wani. Looking forward to seeing you. Bye bye.